For the past 16 years, I've lived in New Mexico. I love sitting on my front porch, watching my daughter play as hummingbirds gather at the feeder, looking over our beautiful scenic valley. This is the land of enchantment, the heart of Indian country, a land of wide open spaces, mountainous terrain, and sweeping landscapes with breathtaking views. Rock formations seem to rise up like ancient guardians watching over the land. Here is a culture steeped in ancient tradition, a land of dedicated warriors, a land of a people of a proud heritage. But there is a wound in this land, one that is all too often forgotten and ignored, a misplaced people left to their own devices to fend for themselves. My name is Leighton J. Cougar. These are Reservation Dogs. This is my dog Baby. She's 13 years old. I found her right here at this lake. She was probably about 12 or 13 weeks old when I found her. She had been set on fire and left for dead. I was rather poor at the time and I had no money to take her to the vet, but I wrapped her up in a towel and I took her home and nursed her back to health. And she's been a great family pet ever since. At 13 years old, she's still getting around, and she was my first res dog. On any given day, driving through the reservations, you'll see dogs of all makes and models. It's sort of a melting pot of mixed breeds scavenging for survival, hunting for whatever they can off the side of the highway. Some will find themselves in parking lots of grocery stores or convenience centers, begging for food, for treats, receiving junk food scraps, ice cream cones that hit the pavement, whatever they can get. Sometimes the only water to drink is puddles of radiator coolant in parking lot gas stations. Shade during the summer heat is often found only in the shadow of a parked car or truck. Many reservation dogs are hit by cars on the road as they hunt for prairie dogs that spend their days foraging on grasses by the highway, while vultures gather to feast on their bodies baking in the sun. Some reservation dogs have it good. They work hard and are rewarded for their labors, while others live their lives on chains, or worse yet, are sick, injured, and starving. Just the other day while I was getting fuel, I saw this poor soul. He was a happy, friendly guy with pleading eyes that begged for help, but all I could offer him was a 75-cent can of food. As he eagerly ate my meager offering, I could clearly see his ribs and his open wounds. Gosh, I wish I could help him more, but with 6 res dogs at home, I just couldn't take another. But the rest of that day and that night, the memory of his eyes haunted me. I went back the next day for him, but he was gone. I can only hope that some other kind person rescued him. I want to make it clear that this is not about pointing fingers at any one person, people, or culture. This is about finding solutions to a problem that we all see here on the reservation. I can't rescue every res dog, but neither can my friends Roger and Cheryl Vaughn, but they're making great efforts to do so. For a decade now, Roger and Cheryl have devoted their lives to rescuing and rehabilitating reservation dogs. Their big hearts and concern for these orphans is demonstrated in their constant commitment of providing a loving family environment to these poor cats.
I just don't have the heart to walk away and say it's going to cause an inconvenience to have them.
These happy tail waggers all have a story, and most a not so pretty story. Roger, tell me a story.
This one? This is one we found at the restaurant. He was starving and picked him up and brought him home and he she had parvo and we got hurt through the parvo. This is the one. This is the one that was hanging out at the restaurant and he got shot. Got shot in the leg.
But yep, beyond that, yes, they're all fixed. We bring them in, doctor them up, spay and neuter them, and incorporate them. What we haven't been good at is adopting them out. We just kind of absorb them. won't hurt you. You have to come this way.
Following a car, and all of a sudden they threw him out of the car and drove off. So I picked him up and brought him home. This one we picked up at our restaurant. She was hanging around the restaurant all the time. We picked her up, she was pregnant. She had 9 pups. Some of them were hers.
Come on, guys. Come here, guys. So as you can see, res dogs can be some of the friendliest and happiest dogs. And these dogs for sure are happy. Fat and happy, well taken care of, but they're only missing one thing in their life. And that's their own personal family. Gosh, there's dog hair in my mouth.
I can't imagine.